We're here at John O'Quinn Field at Space City Financial Stadium. First month of the season, teams starting to take shape, find out what they can do, and we will learn more here in Week 3. It's the Virginia Tech Hokies and the Houston Cougars. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Houston has been home to some great college football tradition throughout the years, from Heisman Trophy winner Andre Ware and the run-and-gun offense. Space City Financial Stadium, 40,000 plus strong. Houston trying to get back into the college football narrative. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Houston about to kick off to get things underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Heath. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Overton. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And man, you gotta love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
And the crowd starting to rise up on this early 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Houston. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Virginia Tech opens this drive as the offense looks ready to go. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Nice move to pick up yardage. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Hokies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the back. Sweet cut there. Cross. Oh, he's still got more. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
That is an impressive run. And I'll tell you, I know when we think Virginia Tech offense, we're always talking about running quarterbacks, but they've oftentimes had a running back to go along with that mobile QB threat. It makes this rushing attack so difficult to stop. This guy right here really has the...
Maybe some room here. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. And the Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Overton. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Quarterback keeper. He's into the end zone for the 2, and he gives them the lead. He'll bring it out. It's straight. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Hughes. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. Houston going up tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Dropping back, it's Henderson. Plucks it out of the air. Could not make his way to the corner.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Motion from the back. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Snags it, and there's running room. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
Running inside, it's Hughes. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Cougars come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Got a man, it's Broussard. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
It's players over plays, and it like find your guys, find your matchups. They keep finding him on this drive, and he keeps delivering. That's a really good job by the play caller. Don't try to get tricky. Don't try to outsmart yourself. Your guy is better than his guys.
He fires to the left side. He is in. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
It bounced through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Hokies offense to start this possession. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run. But that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Quickly out to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the left. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Well, it's a nice looking throw right there. And I'll tell you what, for Hokie quarterbacks in the past, it's not all about just hurting you with their legs. Michael Vick could kill you throwing the football. Tyrod Taylor could do it. How about this name? Jim Drunkenmiller. You can just see him right now dotting an 18-yard dig route. That's a nice looking throw. That gives me some Drunkenmiller vibes, Pollard.
The Hokies look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Overton.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Pulls it on the option. Slides to the ground after picking up the first. Great play on 2nd and short.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Into the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
So now it's 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Overton. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. And the Hokies come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Here's a heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
The Hokies need to pick it up on 4th down. They'll run for it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And the gamble pays off. Down in tight in the red zone. You go for it on 4th and short. You pick up the first down, and now you've got your whole playbook at your disposal. This offense, they're thinking 6 points.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He wants to throw it. Under fire. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. To the air on second down. Escapes the pressure going right. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got third.
Third and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Hokies! And they take it in for 6 more points. Extra point here will give them the lead. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
The Houston offense ready to go back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Pulls it in. It's Broussard. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Houston wants to play fast. They're going to ride this running back. At the end of a play, there is an injured Houston player on the field. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Cougars, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Might be calling a hot route. Sends it back in motion. Looking to pass. It's Henderson. Pulls it in. It's Broussard. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Second down, he'll throw it. Right on the money. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Let's see exactly where they mark this, but it looks as if they're going to be a few inches short of the first down.
Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on 4th.
Man, I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this first down.
4th down and inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Caught. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. The run inside. It's Hughes. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referee's signal for the 2-minute timeout.
While I was asleep, there was nothing going on when I was awake.
After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to run it in from the 2 on 3rd down? On the ground. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
4th down here. It's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Handoff from the shotgun. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Finds some time. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the right. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has been so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And
he really does.
In their own end, and now they would give up really good field position.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying.
I didn't hear what you said.
That guy for a loss.
And that's exactly why this linebacker has to stay on the field every single day, because he's so good in space. He's good against jet sweeps. He's good against bubble screens. And he can race outside and get receivers down on the ground quickly.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Scanning the field is Henderson. Makes the grab. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Clock stops as Virginia Tech calls its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before half. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. Lead now 5 here in the 2nd.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Obviously didn't like what he saw on 1st down, and they use a timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Overton. They make the stop, and he's got enough for the first down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. Here comes the heat. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at LSU taking on the number 16, the Ole Miss Rebels. And it's LSU looking to make it 3 straight victories to start the new year. So far, so good. They lead this one in the first half.
The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
The number 1 goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him. Try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Throws to the tight end. Snagged in the middle. It's McGarry. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air, it's Henderson. It's complete to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Finds his man. It's Walker. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. The Cougars go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's really a lot of what we saw in the first half by this defense. We knew coming into the football game, man, this guy's got dynamite. Like, he's got the explosive ability to make plays, throwing the football and running. And kudos to this defense. They've been dialed in, locked in, not giving up the big plays on the ground, understanding he's a threat, and playing him like that.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Running inside, it's Hughes. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
On the move. They'll stop him right there, but it is enough for a Houston 1st down.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on 3rd down.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
And sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long. Tight end trying to get in. Touchdown, Houston. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. So this 2nd half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Hauls it in down the sideline. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
And you're seeing the aggressiveness by the offensive coordinator on the first play of the 2nd half. They take a shot and score a touchdown. You know they talked about this all halftime. They were just waiting for this opportunity. They knew coming out they were going to get the look they got defensively and take advantage of it, and it comes up big with a touchdown.
That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Houston offense out and ready to go. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
looking for a man. It's Henderson. That's caught. It's Frederick. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Using his legs, it's Hughes. Out of bounds at the 33, but not before the big pickup for the ground game.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk.
Touchdown, Cougars. And they add 6 more to more of that trip to the house.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. It's Reynolds. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Really nice looking pass there. I'll tell you, they ask you to do a lot at Virginia Tech when you're the quarterback. You're expected to make plays with your feet because of some of the greats that have come before you, but you've also got to be able to hurt defenses throwing it as well. The entire playbook is open and at your disposal, and this guy right now, he's showing you with his arm talent, he can carve up this defense.
And the Hokies headed quickly to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Overton. Hard-hitting tackle.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got the tight end outside. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Hokies. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and he just has 4 now on the season. They'll try to get the 2-point conversion here and make it a 3-point game. On the snap, it's Overton. He's brought down, not even close to the goal line, and that 2-point conversion attempt goes awry. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the run, it's Hughes. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this deep.
Going deep. A full dive to haul that one in. The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. Now let's take a look at the stats of what has been a nip and tuck affair. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Makes the grab. It's Broussard. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. They'll give it to him again. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football. With the lead late in the game, if we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds.
There's some room. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Cougar! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Wants to throw on first down. Going for the big play. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Second down, they'll go to the air.
What the heck? What was that throw?
There would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down.
Defense had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Going long. Upstairs, he's got it. That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have two more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
To the air on first down. Dances away. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. The sure hands, it's Green. Makes the catch and he's free. The 20. And he scores! Touchdown, Virginia Tech! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Snaps it in the shotgun. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Houston offense once again. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way. And you know the quarterback, he's got like a sonar on him. He's always aware of where he is, and I like the idea. I'm going to keep throwing this guy the football and see if he can get another touchdown.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing, but you watch them get off the football, make the play.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Shoots it to the left. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
That was such a risky call with the lead late in the game to go for it on fourth down. That could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
Now he's going to break the pocket. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
That's caught. It's Hughes. Shows him the stiff
Oh,
arm.
man.
A huge play
there.
there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
And with that pass right there, dude, he goes over 350 on the day. Nice performance. This QB's been dialed in.
Quarterback making checks. Dropping back, it's Henderson. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Snagged out of the air. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, if you're on defense, I mean, that's the way you want to get this quarterback running. He's right-handed, so get him to go to his left where you expect the accuracy to come way down. If they continue to do that, that's going to work in the defense's favor.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture.
race car. 180, race car. Magic.
Wants to fire on second down. Bringing the heat. Breaks loose. Kept it and he's past the marker. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a second and long. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
To the air, it's Henderson. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth quarter lead. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Heath. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He wants a big play here late. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Back to pass on second down. With the catch, it's Thomas.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
This feels like 4-down territory, third and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the fourth quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Henderson. Skips away from pressure. On the run, fires downfield. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
I'll tell you, when this guy's in a rhythm, he never misses. And you've seen that in this game. Very, very accurate up to this point. That time, though, a little bit out of rhythm, and I think that's why he missed that throw.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
He might want another play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jesse.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators would lose.